Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Backfire Simsport TV. I'm Clyde Whiting, and tonight we have the iRacing Supercars Series Week 5 and the Friday night European Strength of Field race, brought to you live from the tricky little international circuit at Silverstone. In the booth with me tonight, I have Pete Bingham. Good evening, Pete.
Good evening, Clyde. Good evening, everybody.
And working all the magic in the background is Mr. Sam Boozin. Good evening, Sam.
Good evening, Clyde, Pete, and everybody watching.
So, Pete, I know you've done some practice laps, and you've just said it's very slippery. But there's potential for carnage around this very shortened version of Silverstone, don't you think?
There's one good line, and then there's some dubious lines. And if you're on the dubious one, which Foggy decided he wanted to go on to just for a minute there and get the dust, it's very, very slippy. There's no rubber. Other cars are going to want to be there, and there's going to be a lot of blocking into corners, I think, because it's a short lap. It's like Foggy's just proven there. It's skiddy out of corners. You got a lot of twitch on the car, lots of tight turns, and very big straights. So lots of acceleration zones, lots of wheel spin.
And we're possibly going to see a lot of door banging. Do you think? It's going to, like you say, it's quite easy to block. So people are going to try and force their way into holes that probably aren't there. And the standard of racing that we've seen in this series this season has been very good, but this type of track tends to bring out the worst in people. Would you agree?
There's a rush on, isn't there? I was a bit stunned. I missed half your sentence because I saw Marco Lowett's car is not how it used to be. He's changed the livery. It's got green on it.
Well, we'll have to shoot him then.
He told us on the chat that he's now teaming up with Marco Bletz, and they have mixed their design. Yeah.
Oh my word! I've only got tears. Marco. But yes, what you were saying is right. Everybody's going to be in a rush. It's a small track. They're all going to want to cram themselves into the same corner very, very quickly. There's no time to lose on this version of Silverstone.
Definitely not. So we're 5 minutes into the 8-minute qualifying session. We've got a 40-lap race for you tonight. And my inside information tells me that the drivers will have to stop, and they can stop as early as lap 10. So, the Nemela effect, Pete? Or does it being such a short track, does that sort of... do you risk losing everything by trying that short pit stop undercut and just coming out in more traffic than you've ever seen on the M1?
Well, I was just going to say, we've only ever seen the Nemela effect take effect on big tracks, as in longer circuits than the one we're running at Silverstone today. So we're in a bit of uncharted territory. On a shorter lap, that might mean that you gain a slightly less benefit from that. We'll only have to see, and if who's that? Peter Verme does that again, he won't be racing for too long. He was a bit wild coming out of that corner. I think the Nemela effect is up to the test here at Silverstone Short Circuit. We'll have to see what happens. Uncharted territory.
We'll see how it goes. And yet again, nice to see some new drivers. So just some that I've either not seen before or I can't remember seeing before. Andrew Fraser.
New one. Andrew S. Williams.
Yeah. Leandro Anderucci.
Yeah. Scanning down.
Gary Craig, our teammate.
Yay. Good effort. Maxime Benetroy.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's not. How do you say that, Sam? Any guesses?
Yeah, I would say Benetry.
Okay. Benetry. Okay.
I'm not even sure.
Kane Soroto.
Yeah. Casper Stevenson.
Michael Marchietta. I'm glad you got the next one.
Car 27.
Tony Walker.
Fraser Bradburn.
Yeah, Ayrton Redant.
I've already mentioned him, but Peter Verme.
Yeah, so very good to see
And
these
Sean Begg. Yeah.
These new drivers in.
Yeah, very much so. It's proving to be a popular time to race, isn't it?
It certainly is.
So are we done with? Yeah, we're done with qualifying, right? I better get through the top 10, eh?
Go on then. That's all we're going to get.
Your pole sitter is Nicole Foggy, Quelle Surprise. That was French. Corey Preston goes off second. In third is Tony Kloosterman. Steve LaValle gets fourth place off the grid. Andrew J. Fraser is fifth. Lane O'Connor, clearly this grid's upside down, is in sixth. Wayne Sanderson is in seventh. Andrew S. McWilliams is in eighth. Marco Lowett, I want to cry because he's changed his paint job, in ninth. And Jean-Philippe Chevalier in 10th.
Excellent. Unfortunately, we don't get time to go through the whole grid. The cars are gridding, and we will be going green very, very shortly. This is going to be fast and furious. Sam will not be able to keep up.
I was just going to say, and neither will we. This is going to be absolute pandemonium, I reckon. We're going to see action everywhere through this field.
Drivers are very, very chatty at the moment. I'm sure that will all change once a few doors bang together.
I think that's... Oh, no, not quite everybody.
Lights are coming on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. We are green. Great takeoff there from Foggy. Somebody's on the slippery stuff already. And has caused carnage.
Yep. I think that's both of our cars from the Vulcan team out. Unfortunately, there's cars strewn all over the place. Andrew S. McWilliams makes it through. Foggy's made it through. Tony Kloosterman's made it into second, looking at that. Although he's about to get that stolen. Any guesses as to what goes on here?
Yeah, we're probably letting it just mellow out for a lap or two.
Yep.
I don't know who was in the Coca-Cola car, but they seem to get a hell of a launch and shot out left. I'm sure we'll get a replay of the start at some point.
One of the most bizarre starts I've ever seen.
And I think they ran out of road, and that speared them across the track and caused the carnage.
There was definitely tyres off the track, wasn't there? It might be Leandro Anderuti. Nicole Foggy in the pits.
Nicole Foggy in the pits. What has Nicole done? Started the race with qualifying fuel?
I'm guessing. But I'd say that's probably right. But he might have got 2 or 3 laps out of it at least. That's very strange.
Yeah, jump start according to Richard Alsop. Good evening.
Oh, right. I didn't see that. I didn't see a jump start. It looked good.
I thought it was a perfect start, if I'm honest. But
absolutely right.
He must have gone a fraction early.
Oh, there's a car off on the grass there, or on the turf or something. So Corey Preston trying to take his second position back from Tony Kloosterman. That's going to be a challenge getting around that one, because Tony's going to have the right line through here. And
that's actually for the lead.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So Tony retains the lead because he had the racing line for that left-hander. That brings Steve LaValle up to the back of that group. Mike Frost, is that still going?
Mike is still going, yeah.
In front of Maxime Penetre. Sure I said that right the second time round. Michael Marchietta here in the Dayglow pink and white. I don't know where we're looking next, do we? Dean Flavel making his way in a massive group of traffic. Oh, a bit of a switch back there from Marco Lowert. Actually, that paint scheme still looks good, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
I might have to take back my previous statement. Ant Woodward doing a move. We know that car, I think. Do we? Yeah. One is just overtaken. No, we don't. Kent Soroto.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, it looked familiar to me. Marco Lowett passing what I think is Andrew S.
That is
McWilliams.
Andrew McWilliams, yes.
Yeah, in the Shell car there. Wow, that was a big wiggle, wasn't it, from Kent to the road, though? And that's what I was mentioning before and what Gary Craig was telling me.
Whoa!
Yeah, that was a big kick
That
up.
was airborne, that was.
Yep, big time. And Woodward chasing down a very battered looking Maxime Benetroy. Oh, he's on the inside of here. He's on the wrong side for the next corner, so he's letting go a bit. And now he's going to dive down the right hand side of this, is he? No, he's giving him room. Thought better of that one. Oh, he chose a good line there, Andy did. That was probably a brilliant decision. He managed to avoid that carnage. Although he's got no boot.
He's got no boot. Where?
He had a boot a minute ago.
He did, didn't he?
What the hell? What's happened there?
Did he get rumbled from behind?
These guys all stack up. He nudges that car. And
yes, yes, he
Dean
got shunted from behind.
Yeah, it was Dean Flavel that gave him a shunt, but that's utterly forgivable, isn't it? He wouldn't have been able to see anything. He was that close. So off we go again.
How is Ant's car going to handle now?
Like a pig without any downforce on the rear, I would think.
So we're going to get these groups just all day.
Yeah, we are, yeah.
It's
How long is this race for?
40 laps.
Oh, I'm going to be knackered.
We're already on, what are we on now, lap 5?
If anybody out there sells boot lids for
another one
Commodore, you're going to do some good business tonight. That looked like Old Man O'Connor there.
That is.
And why is he in fourth?
Corey Preston has got damage, look.
Oh.
No, he was challenging Tony for the lead.
Can we see the front of Steve Lavalle's car by any chance? I'm going to guarantee it's got no bonnet. £5 says he's got no bonnet on that XVR.
I can't afford a 5 for any more.
No, you can't, can you? No. All right, £1. Oh, he's got no bonnet. Oh, what a surprise! So they've
So
put together at some
something,
point.
yeah, definitely.
It looks like we've lost Fraser Bradburn and Leandro Andrutti.
Yeah, I still don't know who that was that caused the accident at the start. That could have been Leandro.
I'm pretty sure it was because he was very vocal on the chat afterwards, unless he was a victim. So, okay. So Steve Lavallee trying to defend against, Corey Preston's got no resistance because he's got no downforce on the rear, but he's going to struggle to turn the car very easily. Lane O'Connor thinks the whole race is upside down at the moment. Who's that? Is that Dean Flavel with Kevin Honorato? It is, isn't it?
Yeah. Ducking and some diving going on there.
Yeah, don't scratch that paintwork on Kevin's car. Quite like that one. So this is Maxime being lined up by Kent Soroto, who's got no bonnet. Anybody doing any Holden spares will be fine with that because you're going to make a fortune.
Mike Frost up there in 8th.
Mike Frost in 8th. Yeah, honestly, this race is upside down. So Foggy making his way through still. Mike Frost, he's got one side of his car all scratched up.
Yeah, I think unfortunately for Foggy, he's a lap down.
Yes.
And that pit stop, from my understanding, was too early. So he is going to have to
pit again. Yeah. And we think that was a penalty anyway, do we?
Yeah, from the chat, you know, the guys are saying that it was a jump start. So
yeah, Michael Marchietta doing the. Oh no, he's the one behind Andrew Fraser. That was doing a move and a half in that TTR car in front of Michael there. That was a very efficient move, I might say.
So quick shout out to the guys watching. Marco Namela, Johnny Brandon, Nikolai Bogotyrev. Why are you not in here?
Oh, no, Andrew Fraser. Too fast, too soon, I think that is. Hot tyres, etc. Good to see Gary Craig still circulating. He's got no front on his car, but he seems to be doing alright and he's picking off people, which is good. He's not the only one with no bonnet. There's a few cars out there missing bits and pieces.
Also in the chat is Chris Jackson and Richard Alsop. So good evening to you guys. And Kevin Duell's just come in.
Why are they not racing?
I have no idea. We could have had a split tonight, guys.
We could have done.
Although looking at the racing, perhaps people are shielding iRacing.
Yeah, potentially. Maxime Benetroy moving backwards quite quick at the minute. He's this is going to be his third position loss. Maybe not. Kevin Honorato not making that move, so he's still 2 down at the moment. He's got very shallow lines into corners, hasn't he? That doesn't normally work with a V8, does it? You want to swing the car through corners.
Exactly, yeah.
Reduce the tyre warming.
Wayne Sanderson is missing tonight.
There's a few names missing, but we've got some...
no, he's not. No, he's not.
What?
He's in 25th.
He is,
I'm lying, yeah.
It's because he's been lapped. I was wondering who the XVR car that was behind him was.
Yeah. We didn't get a chance to go through it at the start because we don't get a lot of time, but in our unofficial championship that we're scoring in the background, Wayne Sanderson is leading, Tony Klusterman second, Ant Woodward third, Nicole Foggy fourth, Nikolai Bogotyrev in fifth. So we know Nikolai isn't racing. 13-week season. The guys get 2 drop weeks, which will count after week 7.
I've got a question for you.
Go.
Is Johnny Brandon driving Lane O'Connor's car?
Well, according to the chat, Johnny Brandon is sat in a tent by a fishing lake in France.
So that's so made up. That's so ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's made up. So Dean Flavel trying to keep Casper Stevenson off his rear bumper at the moment. He's got a bit of a battered car.
So we've also lost Jean-Philippe Chevalier.
Oh no, he's usually right up there.
He certainly is.
That's a shame.
So leaders are on lap 11, and we are told you can pit now and make it to the end.
Yeah, so, I don't think people are going to do that. No, this is just too frantic.
I don't.
I can't believe we're at lap 11. It feels like we've been racing for 2 minutes.
Although, maybe if I was Corey, Preston, Steve LaValle, I would think about it, maybe.
Yeah, there's the potential for the undercut, isn't there? And their cars are wrecked. So you want to get something repaired. Ooh.
Yeah.
Kevin, go on.
I wasn't thinking more of the repairs. I was thinking about, Tony Klusterman disappearing into the distance and, like I always say, doing something different.
Yeah.
I can't see Tony coming in early from the lead.
He generally doesn't anyway, does he?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good overtake. Ooh, maybe not. Keep it, Kevin, keep it. Oh, dear.
Great save.
Where's those blood pressure pills gone? Peter Verme on the chat. Where is he in the race?
Okay, I got Mike Frost in the pits.
Right, okay. Well, maybe he's listening to the Namela Effect conversation. We can only hope. Gary Craig, is he also in the pits? Yes. Looks like Vulcan have just pitted, if you know what I mean. Right, so there's a go-kart with a spoiler on the back, and there's a go-kart with no bonnet somewhere else.
That's somebody being lapped, isn't it?
Yeah, this is car number 27. Oh.
Oi!
Yeah, you get good points for the amount of spin.
7.8.
Yeah, that's a good score. Good score.
And disconnect.
Oh, he has as well. That's a shame. It's less funny now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Kevin Honorata
Whoa.
looks like he's finally got that move done.
He does, but Dean doesn't want to give it up, does he?
That's not Dean.
It is, isn't it?
No, that's Maxime.
Oh, that's Maxime. Sorry. Dean must be somewhere nearby.
He's
He's
behind them. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Oh, he's got no boot now as well. Another boot needed. This race needs 16 boots and at least 5 bonnets.
So up front, Tony Klusterman has a 1.5 second lead over Corey Preston. Steve Lavalley currently sitting in third, Lane O'Connor fourth, and Andrew McWilliams in fifth.
In sixth, we got Marco Lowert. In seventh is Marcus Bletz. And Woodward is in eighth. Miro Haraski in ninth. Kent Soroto in 10th. Shane Powell's car's got a bit of snarl on it. And, some black stuff down the sides.
Okay, something must have happened to Mike because he pitted and disconnected.
Ah. He's got a lot of damage.
Yeah, I think possibly he went in, tried to get some damage repaired, and it didn't. Maybe, yeah. I'm not 100% sure.
Gary Craig's been in and come out again. Be interesting to see how many panels are on that car.
And just to answer Johnny Brandon, yeah, we have no idea either how Lane is in fourth.
Yeah, it's just
there's some trickery going on somewhere.
Yeah, we think that either the timing screen's wrong or the timing tower's upside down. We're not sure yet.
Or perhaps Lane is driving Nicole's car and Nicole's driving Lane's car.
Yeah, that'll work. Gary Craig's just been overtaken by Nicole Foggy. Ooh, that's close. And Woodward giving some serious attention to Marcus Bletz's car.
And you can see on the screen at the moment our new feature where we can actually tap into your camera and show you whatever picture you've got going on at the moment. We're looking at Ant Woodward's feet. So you can see what he's doing with his heel and toe and his very sexy race shoes.
I didn't know you had a foot fetish.
Do you know what? I really hate feet, to be honest. Feet make me feel sick.
Note to self, send Clyde minging feet pictures.
Well, it's better than the pictures you usually send me that are minging, so...
Well, I'm running out of dresses. So, yeah, Ant Woodward, Son's boot, is still doing really well, actually. When you consider he's in 7th place in this race, that's impressive stuff, isn't it?
It certainly is, yeah.
I think the incident rate of this race is going to be massive.
Yeah. Marco Namela's just told us not to tap into his camera because he drives naked.
Note to self, never ever go onto Marco Namela's camera.
So Tony Klusterman, oh no he hasn't. I thought he'd just gone in the pits.
No, I was going to say Dean Flavel is now trying to do his best to keep Casper Stevenson off him by getting off down the road.
So Chris Jackson seems to think that Tony's going to go long.
Oh, here we go. Who is that? Yeah, that was Leandro.
Is this the start? Yeah.
Yeah, he got it very wrong. He's collected a few cars.
Yeah.
Gary Craig there having to reset. Oh dear.
And then didn't hold the brakes, did he? And
no, he's gone round Miro Hraski's car.
He ran out of track, didn't he?
Very quickly as well, yeah. On
and then instead
tires.
of just sitting still and waiting for everybody to go past.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was unfortunate.
wheel spin, tyres off, speared across the track, took out a bunch of cars immediately. Yeah.
I think Gary Craig was his first victim.
He was, yeah, and then it didn't concertina, it domino affected from there, didn't it?
Yeah.
So Lane O'Connor in 4th, chasing down his teammate Steve Lavallee. I've got Tony Clearsman and Corey Preston in the pits.
Yeah, they've both. Corey has followed Tony straight in.
Yeah, he's covered that off.
So they didn't quite make it to halfway before they've took their shot. And Woodward, Marcus Bletz in the pits. Sean Begg, that's another name we didn't say at the start. He's in the pits.
I did. I got it in right before the start.
Right. Well done. Well done.
I always like to keep everybody's names well known to everybody that's watching.
So if Steve Lavallee pits now, Lane O'Connor will crash because he'll be in the lead.
Yeah, the blood will rush to his head, won't it?
Yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah. So
At some point in this race, he will fall asleep.
He's gone for a nana nap in the middle of the race. Dean Flavell really trying to chase down Casper Stevenson now, who's got it in front of him. Dean's another one looking for a boot lid for a Holden.
There's a lot of second-hand cars out there at the moment.
Yeah, you'd think they'd bring their best stuff, wouldn't you?
Okay, Corey Preston has jumped Tony in the pits.
How'd you work that then? He's quite a way ahead of him as well. Is Ayrton Redan getting a bit leery, is he? No?
I don't know if that's a tyres thing. Right, Lane O'Connor is going to crash. He is in the lead.
He's going to absolutely have your life for that.
If he crashes now, he will, won't he?
He will, yeah.
I will be sent horses' heads and all sorts.
Yeah, that's the least of your worries, a horse's head. Oh, he's flashing.
Oh, he's flashing the lights. The leader is flashing his lights.
I shouldn't be laughing this hard. And it worked. Oh, my God. Anyway, yep, Lane O'Connor is your current race leader. No, don't adjust your sets, people.
So going back to the Preston Kloosterman,
yeah,
I can only put it down to, well, it can only be, I don't know. I think if Tony had got a speeding penalty, he would have been a lot further behind, so I think we can rule that out. It can only be either Tony taking tyres and Corey didn't, or Corey has just gone banzai on the fuel and hopes he's got a better calculation than Tony.
Well, he definitely went in after Tony, didn't he?
He followed him in, but
the saving has been in the stationary period.
Yeah. But just looking at the times,
can you see that? Can you?
Yeah. Corey's stop was 2 seconds shorter than Tony's.
Right. So what? Yeah. What is that? Is that fuel?
Got to be, hasn't it?
You would think, yeah. But does that mean that Corey's going to be like risky on race finish?
Yeah, possibly. You know, it's not very often you see Tony Kloosterman get the fuel figures wrong.
No.
But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Perhaps Corey is just lighter on the accelerator than Tony is.
Could be. Tony's generally quite smooth, isn't he?
Yeah.
And you would think that smoothness used less fuel. Here comes Lane again. I think he's milking it now. The leader thing is going to his head, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. He likes flashing his lights, clearly. Although that's Casper Stevenson, isn't it? Oh, hang on, is he pitted? Lane's pitted. Or he's crashed. One of the two.
He's crashed. He's pitted.
He's pitted, is he?
Yeah.
Just checking, you know.
And Lane...
Looking for a friend. Oh.
Lane's pit stop I've got as being 9 seconds quicker than everybody else's.
Eh? Set your gear.
Honestly. 42 seconds. even though he's still behind Steve Lavalley, Tony Kloosterman, and Corey Preston. So that must be a timing screen issue, I think.
That's not
Yeah,
right.
I confirm this one. That's the same as all the other ones. 52 seconds for playing.
Yeah. So Miro Hraski is in the pits.
Yep. That leaves Kent Soroto to lead the race for at least one lap. Corey Preston is like 4 seconds behind him, if I'm reading my screen right this time. I didn't do the other day, did I? And Tony Kloosterman, yeah, that's not Steve Lavalley behind him. Who's that behind him? Is that a lapped car? Has to be.
Yes. Now, you would think with the damage on Corey's car that Tony would be able to close that gap and get past him fairly easily, but it doesn't seem so at the moment, unless Tony's just taking a few laps to warm his tyres up.
They won't have taken tyres though, will they?
I would have thought so, yes.
Right, okay.
Depending on how much fuel they had to take.
Here we go.
It does make sense.
So yeah, they're both popped up, so that's why we've
yeah, both took tyres.
Come to the absolute conclusion that they took tyres. Kevin Honorato's car looks untouched. Has he been in this race? Andrew Fraser, that was the car that had a lot of damage before. He seems to have had that repaired. Chasing down a very, very second-hand looking Dean Flavel. I'm referring to you, Cardine, not you.
So we'll keep an eye on Corey Preston then and see if the car gets the coughs and splutters at the end of the race.
Yeah.
We see it with Nicole Foggy, didn't we? Coming out of the last corner and running out of fuel.
Yeah, was that Watkins?
And giving the win to Corey, wasn't it? So
yeah.
perhaps Corey's going to repay the favour and give the win to Tony.
Meanwhile, Gary Craig, the first victim of the crash at the beginning, is in 19th at the minute. So he's making his way back through the field quite handsomely at the moment.
He certainly is, isn't he? So we are on lap 20, or the leaders are on lap 24.
Yep.
Let's have a quick look at the track. 106 degrees Fahrenheit at Silverstone.
iRacing doesn't understand what the UK is like, clearly.
Not having that.
That's never ever happened at Silverstone. 10.6 maybe. And Corey Preston's got quite a lot of tyre screeching going on, but he still seems well. Tony has pulled up on him.
He has, yeah. The gap is visually smaller. That is Ken Soroto going into the pits.
Yep, so he's surrendered first place now. Tony's very ginger on that accelerator going through there. It's a horrible corner though, isn't it? When you're on a car like this, super power with no grip.
It is, yeah.
And you come off the gas here to sail around that corner, and then right down the gears. And then this is where I crash every lap because I think there's a hairpin here and there's not. You go this way instead. And then you join the bottom end of Beckett's. And what straight is this? I always forget. Any idea?
Hanger straight?
Is this Hanger?
I have no idea.
Yeah, we'll go with that. We'll go with that. People will shout at us later, it's fine.
So this is Adam Wright chasing Miro Hraski, and that is Ayrton Bredant behind.
Yeah, he's had a few wiggly moments, Ayrton, but he's kept up with these guys. Adam Wright has got a clearly damaged car on that right-hand side and on the left front, so he's seen double action, hasn't he? And Miro's car looks a bit... Well, it's not. It's only had 20 previous careful owners, hasn't it? So
So Lane O'Connor's still running in 4th.
Honestly, Johnny Brandon needs to take a photograph of himself right now fishing, so that we know it's not him driving the car.
So Adam Wright's getting very interested here, isn't he?
He is. He's slowly pulling onto the back of Miro's car. And then Miro every so often gets a better line through a corner and just pulls away enough to stop him actually making a move. So I think this is going to seesaw up and down for quite a while.
Yeah, I think Adam is quicker in the slower bits, and Miro is quicker in the quicker bits.
Yeah, and I think Miro's a little bit better in the fast braking, if you know what I mean. The corners that require like trail braking or half braking or whatever. Is that Corey's car? Yeah, so Tony's pulled onto the back of Corey now. He'll get a decent drag, you think, in a second as he goes down Hanger Straight. As long as he gets decent drive off that, he should get a mega tow going down here. Nobody's in front of Corey. He's not going to pass him, obviously, but he might get right on his boot. Well, I was going to say boot lid, there isn't one. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, there's plenty of time, so I'm not sure Tony on Band's eye it, but there's a lapped car in front.
Yeah, Corey will have taken 1x from that last corner because he was very wide on it. Is that Luffield, that one?
God knows.
I don't know, I'm confused.
I give up corner names.
No. It was better at Barber, wasn't it? Turn 1, turn 2, turn 3. You can't get them wrong. See, Tony loses quite a bit of ground there, doesn't he, coming around that last corner? But then seems to get it all again in the braking zone. Is that
yeah.
I don't know why, but I thought he was going straight on there. Is that an effect of not having a boot lid, do you think? Not having any downforce at the rear? He's trying to break the tow here, can you see that?
Yeah. You know, Marco Namela pointed out in the chat a little while ago, sometimes the damage looks a lot worse than it's actually affecting the handling of the car.
Right, okay.
And you know, don't forget, Corey Preston is no mug when it comes to driving. So
no, definitely not. When's Marco Namela back, by the way? We need to see some ridiculous pit stops.
Yeah, he's being a bit girly at the moment, I think.
Is he?
Yeah.
Does he need a pair?
Yeah. No pain, no gain, and all that.
Yeah. Oh. Oh, Tony.
That was on the edge, wasn't it?
You couldn't see the edge. The edge was just a dot on the horizon.
So Marco is apparently driving at the V8 ESC Media Day tomorrow.
Hey, good effort.
Expect him to get plenty of excuses in before.
And plenty of abuse from us, so it's fine.
Yeah.
So sounds like Foggy just overtook Gary Craig back for
that was
20th place, was it?
That was Lane, I think.
Was it?
Yeah.
Right, okay. So Lane O'Connor, still in 4th place. Answers on a postcard.
Yeah, so this is looking good for Tony in our unofficial championship.
Right. Where's Corey Preston sit, by the way? Because he's missed a few rounds, hasn't he?
Yeah, let me have a look while this race is going on. So okay. Corey has only done 1 race.
Yes.
So the guys only get 2 drop weeks, and he's already got 3 zeros.
Right. Okay. Well,
so
kind of
he's going to have to win a lot of races.
This is Foggy on the back of.
Foggy on the back of Wayne Sanderson.
See, Wayne shouldn't be there, should he?
No, something happened to Wayne at the start.
Yeah, we're going to have a review of a review and find out what happened to Wayne. He's usually a lot higher up, and like you say, he's leading the championship.
Yep. But out of our top 5, there's only Tony and Woodward that are going to score decent points.
Yeah. Does Marco Lowett? Do I like that paint scheme or not? I don't know.
He's got a Backfire Simsport TV logo on the wing.
So, he does.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
Marco.
I should say, yeah, that's a good paint.
That's paint I've seen all day.
I really hope. Can we have a look up the front, please, Sam? I'm seeing Tony Kloosterman drop down the leaderboard.
No, he's jumped back.
No,
up.
he's back. He's back. That's all right.
The timing screen is lying.
He's lost a bit of time.
He has, but he's not. He's not lost 20 places, which is what it was saying.
Wayne got a jump start too.
Hey?
Wayne was another one with a jump start.
Okay, I didn't see that. Didn't see him go in for his punishment. That's all. Here we go. Tony Kloosterman. He's. What are you doing?
So easy to run it wide out there and make contact.
No.
He did well to back out of that.
He did. It was a sensible choice. He's on him now, though, isn't he? He's going to be a pest until he gets past. He's going to be an utter pest.
Lap 32 of 40.
Right. 8 to go.
A, can Corey handle the pressure? Yeah. B, has Corey got enough fuel?
Well, that back marker there didn't want anything to do with that. So, good lad. Oh, he's done a bit of a dive, but it's not a dive bomb. It's just a different line through the corner.
I don't think that's doing Tony any good.
No?
He's losing out on exit then.
Right.
By taking that shallower turn in, I think.
Yeah.
Not that I'm one to tell Tony how to drive one of these cars, but it's just the later turning and wider arc.
Bump. That was a little bump.
It's just seems that Corey then, gets away.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Kevin Honorato, check that out. Untouched car. He must be the only one.
Yeah, running in 10th.
Yeah. Here we go again. This may well go right to the wire. See, Corey comes out of corners superb, doesn't he? And then Tony just grabs him.
Tony's shallower again.
Yeah.
Well, he did better on that one.
Yeah. That's just his line, though, isn't it?
He's got a good run here.
He has, yeah. I mean, I don't think he's going to try anything. He's just closing the gap at the minute. And then Corey's better through there. That was about even, but Corey's absolutely throwing it through these corners. And then Tony closes right up again in the braking zone. And then runs a bit over on that one, to be fair. Both share the same line through that one, really. And then Corey's better on the gas getting out of the corner. Which means Tony's on the chase again. Tony doesn't follow the slipstream through. He chooses his own line through the corner, and he's right on him still. Do you think he's just waiting or not?
No, I don't think so. Not now.
No.
It's more like he's trying to force Corey into a mistake, but it must be frustrating for Tony to look at that damage in front of him and how the hell are you still going this fast?
I'd be wondering that, to be honest. But I think Tony, the way that he's coming off the gas, he's either conserving his tyres or he knows he doesn't want to pass him yet for whatever reason. I think he's biding his time.
It's getting a run out of that corner onto the straight, not here.
Oh, maybe I'm just completely wrong.
And I think he was trying there.
Yeah, definitely. Could I be more wrong?
Because I think if Tony, I was going to say under Corey's wing, but Corey hasn't got one. But if Tony's on Corey's back bumper going down that straight with a toe, although it's going to be a small toe, Corey has then got a decision to make. If he takes his standard wide line, then Tony is more than capable of throwing it up the inside.
Yeah.
If Corey takes the inside line to defend, Tony then needs to go to the outside and get a better exit.
Yes. That in front of them is Casper. What's his surname? Can't even find him on the screen.
Stevenson.
Stevenson, thank you.
I think he just held Tony up slightly there.
Yeah.
I think Tony may even have given him a little bump. I'm sure I heard an apology from Tony.
Right. Yeah, he's lost a bit of distance here.
Yeah, let's give Corey a little bit of breathing room.
Yeah.
That's 36.
Yeah, and Adam Wright closing in on the back of Miro again.
Yeah, so that battle's been going on for a while.
I think that's been most of the race. It looks good if you only look at one side of that car.
Yeah.
Oh, no. And Miro looks like he's had damage repaired in the pits, because it's not quite as bad as it used to be. Who's that in front of him? It's not Kevin, that must be a lap car.
That's a lapped car, yes.
Yeah.
29. That will be Ayrton Redant.
Alright, yeah.
Oh, there we go. Adam's going to throw it down the inside.
Oh, that's lively. And he's done it brilliantly.
Job done.
Yeah. Block pass.
Okay, so it sounds like Corey's getting waggly up the front. Tony's using mind tricks now.
Did I just see Lane O'Connor past... Oh, no, hang on. No, timing screen betrayal again.
We've just lost Sean Begg.
Oh, dear. That's a shame. He was fairly far down, but still doing all right.
So this race for the lead is saloon versus hatchback.
Oh dear. I think Tony's slowly closing, actually, isn't he?
Yeah, Tony wants this win, but all things being equal, it's still a bag full of points for coming second.
It is, yeah. Yeah, Tony did get held up on the last lap by the lapsed traffic. It was worth about a second.
Yeah, there are places on the track that you know you just can't get out of the way, can you?
No, it's true, and really you shouldn't get out of the way too much because you're going to ruin your own line. Tony went very wide on that last corner in an effort to close in. I think he's sacrificed a 1x in order to achieve that.
Yeah.
On that lap, 2/10, nearly 3/10 he took out of Corey. Sorry about that.
That's all right. No, this is the penultimate lap.
Who has the fastest lap of the race? Is that Foggy somewhere? No, I don't know. Yeah, Foggy 104.3.
Yeah.
What have we got here? Kevin Sirotto. Is that more damaged Kevin Sirotto?
He may have a brother called Kevin, but that's Kent.
Oh yeah. Yes, that's right, people. My ability to create names continues. It's quite good. I think it's because Kevin Honorato is behind him.
Yeah, these three are fighting for
dear.
position.
They really are, and it's not a bad position. This.
No, they're trying to break the toe. They're trying to defend.
So this is for 8th place, and it's worth fighting for because championship points they get bigger and bigger as you go into the top 10.
So the leaders have half a lap to go.
What, of the race?
Yep.
You're kidding? How's that gone so fast?
These guys are now starting their final lap. And there is Corey Preston.
Oh, that's wiggly. What are you doing, Corey? Oh my God. What? Hey? Oh, Kent. That's ended in tears. I'd love to see what happened there.
So Tony Kloosterman comes home second, Steve Lavallee third, and yes, you're hearing this right, Lane O'Connor in fourth.
Get away.
Andrew McWilliams in fifth.
In sixth is Ant Woodward. Seventh is Marcus Bletz. Eighth will be Marco Lowett. I don't know who's crossed the line already. Ninth, Kevin Honorato. 10th, we saw Kent Soroto kind of pacing after some sort of incident. 11th will be Adam C. Wright. 13th, Andrew Fraser. Miro Hraski in 12th. And then I think we're seeing, although Foggy and Maxime look like they're in the pits, so I'm not going to say any more yet, because they may cross the line in different orders.
Yeah, Foggy is probably out of fuel, I would have thought. He didn't take that second stop, did he?
Right. It'd be worth... Oh, we can't even see him because he's out of the session, isn't he?
He finished one lap down, so he may have ended the race sooner than
I see.
the other
Right,
guy.
okay. In that case, Nicole Foggy in 14th, Maxime Benetre in 15th, Wayne Sanderson in 16th, 17th is Dean Flabel, Michael Marchietta in 18th, Gary Craig in 19th, Shane Powell in 20th, Ayrton Redent in 21st, Casper Stevenson in 22nd, 23rd is Tony Walker, 24th is Peter Verme, 25th Sean Begg and Michael Frost in 26th, Car 27 in 27th, Jean-Philippe Chevalier in 28th, and Leandro Andaruti in 29th.
Well, that was action-packed.
I'm knackered.
So, even going back to the start, we had at least 2 cars, it seems, with jump starts. We had the big wreck, and it just kicked off from there. Like I think you rightly said at some point near the start there, Pete, there are cars all over the place.
The start, there were, honestly, turn 1, there was cars in places they really should not have been. Just all over the place, facing the wrong way. And that's after the carnage on the start-finish straight. Or the start line, or whatever you want to term that as being. Leandro definitely got that very wrong. I think the biggest loser out of the lot was Gary Craig, because he was the first to get speared by him as he came across the track. But then the domino effect was massive. It went on forever.
Yeah, it certainly did. So, shall we start getting some interviews in then, Pete?
Definitely.
I'll bring in our race winner, Corey Preston, for you first.
Okay. Corey Preston, welcome to the booth. You are live. Please don't swear. Congratulations on your race win. Are you tired enough?
Yeah, I actually went to bed pretty early last night and woke up and did the race, and I woke up feeling like crap. So I was like, oh no, this will go well. And yeah, I been me quali lap, and started like second. So yeah, shame about Nickel. Yeah, he binned it F. But,
So you
yeah, no.
you binned your quali lap and ended up second.
Yeah. Yeah, well, yeah,
There's 29 other people that think that they hate you right now, but okay, yeah. And what happened at the start? Were there people jumping the start? Is that what happened there?
I think Nickel creeped on the line, so he got a penalty of some sort, and he was no longer a factor. So it was just me and Tony, and yeah, Tony blitzed me off the line. I don't know how, but he did, and he actually got past me into turn one, so I backed off, and then I had another go at him, and then he broke even deeper than I did. I'm like, oh geez, how am I going to get past this bloke? And
Yeah.
yeah, I thought no. I
It
thought
looked for
stuff it
quite
off
a
that.
long. Yeah, it looked for quite a long time. Like you had kind of half a car on the graphics at least. I mean, you had no boot lid. The back end of your car looked properly second hand. Was it a pig to handle, or were you doing all right with it?
On my screen, I still had a rear wing, but it wasn't in optimal condition. Yeah, I don't know what happened into the hairpin there. I got a really good run through there, and I think Tony mustn't have seen me or must have misjudged where I was, and he turned across me. So I was like, oh crap. I slowed up to redress, and yeah, I think I got whacked by old mate behind me. So
Yeah, yeah. And I heard Tony apologising for something at the end of the race. Some sort of contact. Maybe it was that you're referring to there. As for the rest of your race, how did you feel it went?
yeah, it was great. Except Tony's got a bit more tyre life on me though. I'll need to rectify that.
Yeah, he had quite a lot of grip for a lot of time. In certain corners he was losing it, but then in certain other corners, so were you. We heard him shouting out for you to hold on to it at certain points. And it's great that there's that level of camaraderie in an official race.
Yeah, yeah. The camaraderie in this series is really good. I'm surprised at how big this Eurosoft's gotten. I mean, back in my day when I first started, would have been 2012, 2013. The Eurosoft was just a pipe dream. But yeah, now it's massive. We're almost getting a split.
Yeah, we weren't far off it today. Actually, that was 29 cars on the circuit, and we're quite happy about that, to be honest, because me and Clyde are absolutely knackered commentating on this. We didn't know where to look next and what to comment on first. So, congratulations on your race win. Is there anyone you'd like to thank, or have you got anyone you'd want to shout out to?
As always, me old team boss Bradley Ratu and Nat Rad. Yeah. I've done all the setup week on the I've done all the setup work on the car this week. So while the other boys of the team, they're off doing the old full circuit.
Right.
So
Okay.
I've been left for AOSC, so I've been left to pick up the pieces.
Fair enough. So, Corey Preston, our race winner, congratulations on your victory. We will see you next time round.
Yeah, thanks, buddy. Hope so.
Okay, let's get our second place driver in, Mr. Tony Kloosterman. Tony Kloosterman, welcome to the booth.
Good afternoon, Clyde.
Was that the one that got away?
I have to see what kind of magic Corey did in the pits there to get ahead of me. That was pretty impressive. Great drive from Corey, even with a damaged car, and he deserved the win.
Yeah, we sort of commented that once we realised Corey had got out in front of you, his stop was 2 seconds quicker than yours, which we could only put down to fuel. And we were sort of expecting him to cough and splutter at the end, but it didn't happen. He did get a little bit wild on the last corner, but he couldn't pass you on the track, but managed to do it in the pits.
Yeah, good on him. As I say, I'm not quite sure how. We both took tires, and we both took, I think, less fuel than what it takes to change the tires. So, anyways, it was a good race. It was unfortunate we had some traffic that kind of got in the middle of our battle there near the end. But good race.
Yeah, I was going to mention that because you was putting all sorts of pressure on Corey. Not obviously not quite getting it done, but there were places where you was quicker than him and places that he was quicker than you, and then you just got caught behind that back marker, and he managed to stretch his legs, and that was sort of battle over then.
Yeah, pretty much.
But on the whole, we did see a lot of the back markers just pulling to the other side of the track and letting you guys fight it out. But you must be happy with second. It's another big haul of points. It could have been a win, but we know what a good driver Corey is.
Yeah, no, very happy with the result, and it was unfortunate Foggy there. I guess got a jump on the start as well. So that kind of put him out of contention. But it was a lot of fun. I want to say, guys, that I want to congratulate you for the whole team there. This split is on the verge of going to 2 splits almost every Friday now. Great participation. We're getting a lot of guys in, and that's all that credit goes to you guys.
Yeah, we're seeing new drivers every week at the moment, and we had quite a few regulars missing tonight. They were all chirping away at us on the chat, but I think you're right. If we carry on like this and the regulars turn up week in week out, we're going to start seeing 2 splits. So maybe we'll start broadcasting the second split, Pete. It might be a bit more exciting.
Yeah, let's do that one.
Well, Tony, like I say, congratulations on your second place. Anybody you'd like to thank before we let you go?
Yeah, our team, Never Quit Racing, Sustainability. Big shout out to Jamie McKnight. Jamie and I worked on the set for this track for the last 3 days, and between us, I think we came up with something really that worked really well. So thanks to Jamie, a lot of hard work on his part. And shout out to Ant Woodwork with a 6th place finish today, which is nice to see.
Yeah, we'll get Ant in later. We'd like to get Ant in last. We like to keep him waiting.
Don't swell his head up too much.
And we've got to talk with Lane O'Connor with his 4th place, although we do think Johnny Brandon was driving his car. So
amazing result from Lane.
Yeah. Okay, Tony. Well, we will hopefully see you next week. Same time, same place. And we will see you tomorrow with Media Day for Season 9 of V8 ESC.
Will do. Take care, guys.
Thanks a lot for joining us again, Tony. Oh, you flushed yourself then.
Did he?
Weren't good? Yeah. I was in mid-flush.
Yeah, that's rude.
Right. I've got to get Lane in for you.
Yeah.
Got to, haven't I? Because if we don't... Well, actually, should we just leave him and not interview him? Because that'll really, really annoy him, won't it? No, let's get him in.
Johnny Brandon, Lane Connor, welcome to the booth. Please don't swear. You are live. Apologies for getting your name wrong. We thought that somebody else was driving your car, mate.
Very good, very good. How you doing?
All right, thank you. So, is the timing tower upside down, or did you really finish in 4th?
Nah, I actually thought it was 5th, but I really finished in 4th. Aye. Very good.
So, explain that miracle that race victory to us.
Race victory. You call me Johnny Brandon, Lane Connor, and you got me a victory. Yeah, listen, I'm going away now. I've got the victory. Right. I've been offline for about a month. My PC broke down and it took a wee while to get all the parts for it and that. And I think the break done me good. When I come back on, just jumped straight into the... I jumped back on at the weekend, got onto the V8 on Tuesday, I think. And it just felt great.
Yeah, you boys didn't do fare so well at the beginning of the race, did they? Did you have 2 jump starts? Is that right?
I was watching to the left because I thought, because Wayne had better race pace than me. I managed to out qualify him, but he definitely had better race pace than me. So I thought, right, if he gets a run on me, I'm just going to let him go. And just as I looked, he jumped. I says, Foggy, I think Wayne's jumped the start. And just as I said that, Foggy rolled forward as well. And I thought, come on.
So, yeah, I mean, you had some good battling. I mean, Steve LaValle, he put it to you right at the start, didn't he? You ended up with Wayne behind you, didn't he? Which must have been weird. I mean, a lap behind you, another XVR car. That's just strange. And your pit stop went pretty much to the book, didn't it?
Yeah, it was one of those ones where it just all went together. I felt sorry for Wayne because I know he wanted past, but I wanted him to get a lot closer or get a run on me, and then I would have let him go. But it didn't really happen that way. So I could see what he was doing. I knew he was going to pit in because Wayne doesn't talk to us when he's racing. He gets put off.
Yeah.
So I was second guessing him, and I thought he's a lap down. If he hadn't been a lap down, I would have let him go because he's definitely got a lot better race pace than me. But no, he was a lap down. And I thought, no, I'm just going to keep it on the track because if I start moving over and stuff like that, things can go wrong because it was you really had to concentrate on that. It was just pure concentration.
Yeah, I mean that's probably the best result I've seen of you in the V8, and that's an official race. You're going to get an enormous amount of iRating and championship points for it. Clyde, are you wanting to?
Yeah,
play into Wayne. I'm trying to find something to say without swearing.
Yeah. No, congratulations, Johnny, Wayne, Lane, whatever your name is. That is a fantastic result. We did have a giggle on the broadcast because you managed to lead a couple of laps. And you was leading like a pro, flashing your headlights at the back markers, and you just looked like a natural out front, mate.
I've had a driver sex change.
I don't know what to say, mate. I'm gobsmacked. I'm not very often lost for words.
I was just about to say, Clyde, I've never heard this before. You better sit down and look at a teammate.
I think you better do all your shout outs and thanks now before I can't talk anymore for laughing.
Yeah, it's just honestly, Lane, fantastic result, and let's hope you carry that form into V8 ESC this season and see where you can get up the top there.
Yeah, cheers, guys. Right, okay, right. Cheers. Thanks to all you guys. Backfire, XVR. I can't think. It's just so much. I'm just so emotional.
I've just actually heard from Sam that the broadcast cocked up, so you won't be able to watch it back, unfortunately, or post videos to all your relatives and friends and anything else.
Don't worry about it. It's in my head, mate. Forevermore.
Well, excellent. Well done, Lane, again. And will we see you tomorrow?
Yes. I'll be there tomorrow.
Brilliant. Okie dokie. Well done again, mate. We're only joking with you, so congratulations. Go and get yourself a whiskey. You deserve it.
Cheers,
guys. Cheers later.
Do you flush him this time? Or
No, I flushed him. He's always good for a laugh, isn't he, Lane?
He is,
yeah. So, last but not least, let's get the man with the mystery feet in, Mr. Ant Woodward. Ant Woodward, good evening.
Evening, gents.
How are you on this fine evening?
Okay, now, that's right.
So, another decent result for you, another top 10, 6th place finish. You've got to be happy with that.
Yeah, that was a good one, that one. Start was a bit rough and tumble. Didn't get much contact, I don't think, but I think I got dropped right down. I was quite low down anyway off qualifying, and I ended up going backwards on that one, but just was overtaking people all night. It's good.
Yeah, we're just seeing a bit of a replay on our stream at the moment. I don't think it affected you too much, but you had some heavy damage on the back of that car.
Oh, yeah, I'm just looking at it now. I did not realise.
But probably for the best then.
Yeah,
you know,
probably.
so I think sometimes
It's a
if
mess.
you know
Wow.
you've got a lot of damage, you drive differently. But like you say, you was overtaking people, you was getting your car in the right positions. We see you have a couple of wild moments, but all in all, you moved up. What 9 places from your starting position? So that's a fantastic run.
Yeah, and I think I went back from that starting position as well on the lap 1 as well. So yeah, it was really good. I'll have to get that done to my car every week.
Yeah, and with our new feature as well, we also had a look at your twinkle toes at work. So
Yeah,
that was fascinating. We was watching you doing your heel and toe and commenting on your sexy boots. So that's another little feature on the broadcast that we're bringing to everybody. So we're hoping we can do that with you every week. And we're hoping that some of the other drivers give us some access to their cameras as well, so we can
I'm
see
glad
what
it
other
worked.
people are doing.
That's good.
But
I'm glad it worked for you.
good feature. So I take it the fan club was in attendance tonight?
Just Stacey tonight, actually. Yeah, Evie's gone back to her mum, so hello to Evie.
Yeah, Stacey did say great race on the chat, but she hasn't mentioned you at all, Ant. So perhaps you need to have words.
Okay.
Well, and like I say, congratulations on your 6th place and your another big haul of points. Anybody you'd like to thank before we let you go?
Just the usual, the team, Never Quit Racing, team sponsors, Sim Mobility, you guys for doing the broadcast. And actually, Tony and Jamie this week put a lot of work into that setup. I guess it's slightly irrelevant looking at the state of the back of my car, but I had such a good race car all race. It was just on point, didn't lose through the race. So thanks to them for the work they put in, Greg Carr for the paint, and to the fan club, Evie and Stacey.
Okie dokie. And will we see you for V8ESC Media Day tomorrow?
Yep, definitely.
Excellent. We look forward to it. So thanks for joining us in the booth again, Anne, as you usually do. Go and get yourself a nice cold shower and a cool down, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks, lads. Cheers.
Cheers, Ant.
Yeah,
good flash.
Good
Yeah,
flash.
Excellent.
So we seem to say this every week, Pete, but I thoroughly enjoyed that. We knew it was going to be a bit crash and bash because of the nature of the circuit. We didn't quite expect it to be crash and bash on the start-finish line before drivers had gone past the start-finish line. We had a couple of our big names with jump starts, so didn't score that many points. We had Corey Preston with another win in a very battered car, being hammered all the way by Tony Kloosterman. And then to top all that off, we've had Johnny O'Connor finishing up there in 4th.
Johnny O'Connor. I didn't expect the jump starts. You could just see it there, the twitch on the right hand side from Nicole Foggy. I'm sure he'll be kicking himself for that. It was carnage at the start. It really was. It was unnecessary as well.
Yeah, we're just seeing it in slow motion, and
it looked worse.
He's obviously got a hell of a start. Had to pull off to the left, but then he's run out of that green AstroTurf onto the iRacing ice grass.
Yeah.
And carnage ensues from there.
Yeah, and Gary Craig wasn't the first one to get whacked either. There was somebody else in front. That's just just painful. That we don't often see that, and it's a shame that we had to just then. You're right. He goes onto the AstroTurf. I don't know why he's out there, and then spears across the track. But for 2 cars to jump the start, that's unusual. We've not seen that before either. we've seen some brilliant racing right at the very front with Tony and Corey, and then battles all the way through. Lane O'Connor at the top end of the field. He must be absolutely buzzing. And then a few other people who've had fantastic races. Tony couldn't quite catch Corey, and Corey drove a brilliant race.
Yeah, most definitely.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I think Mrs. O'Connor is in for a treat tonight.
I don't know about that.
Let's leave it at that, shall we? So, let's think. When are we back? So, we are back tomorrow night with Media Day for Season 9 of V8 ESC. Please tune in, watch that. We've got 3 races, no points on the table. So, we should be in for some very good racing. We are hopefully doing a bit of a Backfire podcast on Monday, but it's still to be confirmed. It's going to hopefully be myself, Pete, Bill, and Sam, and we're going to talk about the new season. We're going to leave Johnny and Tony out of it this time, give them a rest, just have a chat about what's coming up, and I'm going to put the guys on the spot at the end, and we're going to have some predictions for the new season. Wednesday night, we're back with BSTV GT4 TCR series. And then next Friday, we're back with week 6 of this series. So that's what's coming up. Make sure you hit that like button and tune in whenever we're on. I shall say good night, everybody. Thanks for watching. Thanks for driving. And thanks for all your comments. And I'll leave it up to Pete and Sam to say good night and close the broadcast.
Yeah, good night, everybody. Tune in next time. It'll be just as bonkers as this.
Yeah, good night, everybody. Thanks for the race and thanks for watching.